What have you been doing since the parade on Friday? What was your weekend like, man?
Oof. It's been crazy. I mean, the parade, the team party, to just doing all the media stuff. It's been a lot of fun, and the people around Chicago deserve it. Like they went through so much, and they've been there with our ups and downs, always supporting us, and for them to come out and be able to celebrate it with us, it was just phenomenal.
You know, Kyle, when I watched you in this series, and you hit 420, which is unbelievable. You tore your ACL back on my birthday, actually, back in April, and you missed the entire year. I got to ask you, did you ever feel nervous? Because I know guys in the NFL who have torn ACLs, and they come back, and it's, man, I'm nervous. I don't want to cut. I don't want to, do anything bad that's going to cause some damage down the line. Did you ever feel nervous about being out there doing what you do?
No, not at all. I was throwing it all out there on the line for my teammates. I knew the risks of everything that could have happened, and this is something special, and I really wanted to be a part of it for my teammates, and just throwing it all out there on the line for these guys, it was well worth it.
Who was your team growing up? What team did you root for, Kyle?
Cincinnati Reds.
You're a big Reds fan. Did you grow up with your dad in the house? Your dad was around when you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
So
we grew up about 20 minutes from Cincinnati, so big fans.
Okay, so he was a big fan. He probably remembers, obviously, the Big Red Machine with Bench and Rose. And I said this to Tiki the other day, and you're still so in the moment. You're still such a young man, just beginning his career. From a historic point of view, Tiki, you'll remember when I said this. I look at your team, and Rizzo hinted at this, as a chance to be incredibly special and dominant for a really long time, because not only are you young and talented, but it seems like you guys genuinely get along. You genuinely love baseball. It's almost like a throwback team from a different generation. What is that clubhouse really like? What don't we see about the Cubs that's even cooler than what we do see?
Man, it's so much fun to go to the ballpark every day, because you know that somehow you're either going to laugh hysterically, or it's just a bunch of dudes who love each other, love baseball, grinding for the same thing, man. It's just a lot of fun to be in, and it definitely helps when you have Joe Madden as your manager, where he's always keeping everything super loose, making sure that we're feeling good, our bodies feel good, everything. So the clubhouse is just like an extension of your own family.
Yeah. Or a frat house.
Yeah, or that too.
Either one. Kyle Schwarber, world champion, and just one of the great young hitters, just a pure raker. This guy rolls out of bed, he can hit. Yeah. And he's with us here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio.
Yeah, BT mentioned it, and you said, you guys are just a bunch of baseball players. You all look the part, and Madden is the same kind of guy. You hear about stories in Chicago. He'll just show up at a bar, sit down, have a drink, have a conversation with anybody. But I wonder what the emotion is from the fans when they see you guys are out and around. I mean, this has been something that people went to their graves wishing was going to happen, and here it is. What's been the fan reaction to you guys locally?
Man, it's been unbelievable. I mean, if you could have seen the parade.
Yeah, we saw the pictures.
Yeah, man, it was unbelievable. Like the #1 gathering in sports in U.S. history or whatever,
yeah,
number 7 of all time. It was ridiculous. You see people crying when you're driving by, on the buses and everything. Then after the parade, I'll be just walking around downtown with my girlfriend and my dog, and I'm getting stopped by everyone. Just, congratulations. We're so proud of you. The city needed this. Everything like that. It's just, as players, we knew what was at stake with the fans, and we knew what they've been through. And for us just to be able to do it this year and bring it home for these guys, it was great.
Now, Game 7 had a rain delay, and we all heard about the Jason Heyward speech in the locker room and whatever was said to you guys. But I wonder, that included. But did you guys ever talk about what this means or what it would mean should you win? Right? Because you're obviously putting yourself in history. It's been 108 years, but this was bigger than I think any sport drought that we've ever seen, and just being a part of that, I mean, it has to be something you guys talked about.
That's something that we talk about afterwards. Not during the fact of like when we're playing, because we're just so focused on winning. We're focused on that day, and then worry about the next day when it comes. And Game 7 when we had Heyward come in and talk to us, everything just shifted over to Cleveland's side. Rajai Davis hits a big homer, ties up the game. Levels are down a little bit, and then rain delay happens. All right, boys, let's go. We're going to the gym. All right, we all get to the gym. It's just, hey, we're a good team. We know we're good. We won 103 games. Why change? Why would we change what we're doing and not stay the same team? Just keep with the same approaches. Don't try to hit the home run. Don't try to do this. Just stick with what we've been doing. We've been hit with adversity in the face plenty of times before. Just go out there, battle, play for each other, and we'll be just fine. And, Game 7 was a must-see game.
No.
It was so much fun.
For all time. I mean, that's the best game we've ever seen. Kyle Schwarber with us here on Tiki and Tierney. You know what's amazing about the whole Heyward speech dynamic? And, again, I don't want to keep saying, you're young, but as you get older, your perspective, I think, you'll just see things through a little bit of a different lens, and I think you'll even really more appreciate what I'm about to say about Heyward. I mean, baseball is such a sport of failure, okay? And let's face it, he really had a rough season, and he got a big free agent deal. And here's a guy that's got the backbone, the fortitude to stand in the middle of a weight room and implore a team that hasn't won a championship in 108 years, and he's hit no 70 for the last month, it seems. The character of Jason Heyward, to do that to me, is special, because usually when guys ain't hitting, guys are hiding.
Yeah. You know what? One thing about Jason Heyward is that he's a foxhole guy.
Mm.
He's a guy that I want in my foxhole if I'm in a fight or whatever. That guy is one of the best teammates. He grinds it out every day. People don't get to see what kind of work this guy does and what kind of person he is. And he's just one of the best dudes out there. And for him to really speak up and get the team going, it was great.
Yeah, that takes a certain kind of fiber and character. That's rare. Kyle Schwarber with us here on Tiki and Tierney, world champ for the Cubs. So, Kyle, there was a point, Tiki and I, we do a national show, but we are based in New York, okay, Lower Manhattan. I grew up a big Yankee fan. Tiki's become a Yankee fan. There were a lot of rumblings that there was a chance before you guys acquired Chapman that Yankees were trying to kick the tires and get you, which I was all for. Forget about the Yankees or even specific teams, but did you really think that there was a chance at any point before the deadline that you were going to get dealt?
Man, I say no, because rumors are rumors until something actually happens. But I'm not going to lie when I say that there's the little demon in the back of your head saying, like, am I really going to get traded? Am I really going to get traded? I really hope not, because this is the organization that you want to be in right now. This is the place that you want to be, and I can't ask for a better organization to be in.
Well, you have another team that obviously was critical to getting you back on the field. ATI Physical Therapy. I mean, we already briefed this and we already hit it, but I mean, how do you come back in 6 months to come and do and hit the way that you do confidently too, as you said, and hit as well as you did in the World Series? How did this happen for you?
He stole the base too.
I know, standing up.
So. ATI Physical Therapy is really a big partner with the Chicago Cubs. They donated a lot of money to our clubhouse and where they built our training room. So early in rehab, it was really hard. Whenever the team was home, I would be in the training room doing exercises, trying to bend my leg back when it wouldn't bend. And whenever the team went on the road, our staff would go with them. And then I'd have to go to an ATI Physical Therapy clinic to, just continue the rehab, because it's always constant. It was almost an everyday ordeal for the first 6 weeks, just trying to get range of motion back. And, the Cubs staff was great. ATI Physical Therapy staff was awesome. They care about you as people. And, I recommend them if people are listening to this. I really do recommend them going to see them if they have a little little problem. But back to the rehab. I mean, it truly was a grind, man. I didn't know, like, every time I would go see my doctor, he kept telling me, we're probably looking forward to the second half of winter ball to be ready for spring training.
Wow.
And so, you know, that there's the little demons that always crept up in your mind of, man, am I really ever going to get better? Am I going to have a real knee? And I'll tell you one thing, like, it was a total team effort from the staff, the players, to the fans, just keeping me motivated. And you know, I remember I was getting like social media tweets like game 102 during the regular season, like, hey Schwarbs, hope you're doing better, keep killing rehab. Like, that stuff matters. That's the little stuff that matters, and it keeps pushing you. And your teammates who keep asking how you're doing, that keeps pushing you. And it always helps when you have someone tell you, Schwarbs, you're going to be back for the World Series. Pedro Strop just kept telling me that. He's like, dude, you're going to be ready for the World Series. So, you just laugh it off. But, you know, I didn't think it was possible. So then I get to the running part of rehab where it's just slow jogging. And then I go see my doctor, game 3 of the championship series where we're playing L.A. I went down to Dallas and saw Dr. Cooper, and he checked my knee, and he double-checked it. He was like, man, you're really strong right now. And the funny thing is, I type up questions to ask him for, like, the next step of rehab. And at the bottom, I put World Series with a question mark, just like joking around with him. And he's the one who actually brought it up to me. He's like, Schwarbs, I know you guys are trying to make history right now. He's like, I wouldn't clear you, but I'm not going to hold you back.